A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, this is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Number 13.
Odell Beckham. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For the point after.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Okay, ready? 57, Mike 57. I got it. Strong right.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing, but I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run on first down. Tolbert. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for the Browns. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never been an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jonathan Taylor. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
57, Mike, 57.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Here we go, strike. 18 Cardinal. Strip that ball.
Now Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
9-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Again, it'll be Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Dan Bailey lining up for the
And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Monroe. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
First down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Monroe, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 40.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Off play action. Monroe. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again. Monroe. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Monroe flushed out right. And it's complete. Hooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
81,
Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
The Browns will line up for the...
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Larry Ogunjobi. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Burrow from his own end zone. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Monroe. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Monroe. And this is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 3rd down, Monroe. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
33. Bengals 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This pass complete to Higgins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Burrow on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Burrow looking to pass. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
By Myles Garrett. A loss of 10 yards.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Monroe, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked on by Demarius Randall, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st down, Browns.
Off the play fake. Monroe escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Melvin Ingram, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Monroe. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, Cleveland.
Let's go. 19 target.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Khalid Kareem there defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
from the gun. Monroe. Going left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Cleveland.
Operating from the gun. Monroe looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Monroe, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. On 4th down, Monroe, it's complete, swings it out to his running back. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
16.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This one caught out wide by Landry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Number 5.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Monroe, flush to his right. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now,
and now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Anthony Averett picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 41.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tolbert, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and
now an option play on second down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Down at the 35-yard line. Brings up third down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Down at the 23-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Monroe flushed out right, and it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.